All right, and we are back with the second episode of 1437 Abroad. We had a pretty long break there. Theeban was busy winning, I believe. Had some pretty good results in G League. How are you doing, Theeban?
Doing well. Back home in Canada now for the Chinese holiday.
When did you get back?
I got back like 6 days ago. The rest of my teammates were leaving a bit later. I think Brax just got home last night. So,
Poor Brax. That's got to be a terrible flight. How long did it take? Like,
I think my flight was 14 hours and Brax's flight is like 12 hours or something like that.
yeah. And also with us is Grand Grant, legendary troll. Is that the term you prefer?
No, just a normal guy like everyone else.
Normal guy.
Steven's best man at his wedding when he gets married.
Yep, that's a great.
Is that happening anytime soon?
Nope.
Well, how have the ladies been in China while you've been there? Like, are you guys actually famous? Is what I mean. Like, do people recognize you?
Well, I think it all depends on the lands, you know. Like when you're at a land and you go to like maybe some club there or out around there, then people probably recognize us. But this was our first LAN G League, and it's not like a LAN where you have like a lot of fans or people watching. But in the grand finals at the Mercedes-Benz Arena, there'll be like 15,000 people or something. So maybe there people will recognize us.
Yeah, they'll have signs for you and like your picture, like with all your makeup on. Yeah.
Makeup, there, no.
We saw the videos of them putting makeup on you at the international.
At the internet. Oh yeah,
They're not going to do that for G League.
I don't know. G League. There was the first day. I think they had to do some pictures. There wasn't like makeup or anything like much like that or whatever. But I mean, they want the best for their players, right?
Yeah, I mean they're putting on a pretty good show over there so far. Are you surprised at how big G League has been?
Oh yeah, it's so surprising. Like we were at the hotel rooms and there's like the TV and we can watch all the games from there, from our comfy, warm beds, and that's what we did for when the other teams were playing. It was really comfortable.
Did you have to sleep with did someone have to sleep on the ground or do two-man beds or what?
No,
At the hotel?
we all got beds. We don't need to sleep on grass.
Uh,
And so the G League finals, there's a pretty big break before the finals. When are the finals?
I believe it's on March 9th or something.
yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
be we'll all be heading back to China on February 25th, somewhere around there. So we'll have about 15 days or so to get ready for G League, and all the other teams will be coming back to their base or their clubs around the same time as well.
and are you going to start preparing right when you get back, or are you guys practicing at all over the break?
Well, um, probably not. Like during this break, I think we're just gonna relax and play pubs or whatever it is that we want to do. We didn't make any plans to play in any tournaments here or anything like that.
Yeah, that makes
So we're
sense.
just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna get back to China and then resume our practice there. It's probably the best for us as well.
yeah. It's not like there's anyone to practice against here, anyways. Like at your skill level.
Oh well, I don't know. I have no comment on that.
Have you been paying attention uh, to the matches over here?
Sometimes I watch some games. If there's some specific replay I like to watch, or if there's some game where someone picks some unorthodox hero or has some good strategy, I'll just watch those replays later. But normally, I'd rather just do something else.
Who's your favorite
But
American team right now?
American team,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I like Team Liquid. I have some friends on that team, and they're really cool guys.
uh,
I
What
always
about
talk to them about
yeah.
them.
What about Universe on Dignitas? Isn't he like he was your man back in the day, wasn't he?
Well, I'm happy that Universe is back in the professional scene and he wants to continue his Dota. For a while, I thought he was just gonna stick with school or whatever he wanted to do. But it's cool to know that he's playing for Dignitas. They're a really strong team as well.
They've been playing really well lately, actually. They're
Mhm.
on a pretty big win streak right now.
Yeah, I saw Aoi 2000 play Morphling, and I've been trying to tell people that Morphling can still be played, and is you know the thing about Morphling is that all three of his spells are or all four of his spells are really strong, and I feel like by the time the international comes around again, he's gonna get buffed up to that point where people are gonna
You think?
start picking him again or something like that. Yeah, I mean there aren't that many strong carries like compared to Morphling. Like all his spells are strong. Like only like for example, right now Luna is a hot pick, and if you think about it, Luna's basically like a replacement for Morphling in the sense that you know she has some spells and she can join early team fights and things like this. So we'll see what happens.
And what about PL? Because after PL got picked in G League, he kind of took the Western scene by storm this past week or two, and everyone's picking PL first.
Well, Peel, yeah, like he's really strong mid game and he's really strong, super strong late game. He might be the strongest carry I think going into the late game, but I think the quelling blade factor on PL is really big. How you can farm camps and creeps and whatever really quickly with just your illusions
Hmm.
and things like this.
Yeah, they
But
just fixed it though. This patch, they just fixed it.
oh yeah, so what is it now? Like
Today, today it will be fixed.
so is it like the illusions get
Ooh.
32% of the damage that they deal now?
I
And
believe
it's
so.
not the whole 32%?
I believe
Oh,
so.
okay. Okay. Alright, that makes sense.
And yeah, did you hear that whole fiasco where like Puppy made all this drama because he picked PL, but they like banned Quelling Blade on it, and then yeah, it was weird.
Oh yeah.
This was in
I think Dota
D2L yesterday.
yeah, I think Dota 2 was yeah, actually yeah, I saw that for a bit. I thought
Silly.
it was silly. I mean like you pick a hero, but you shouldn't pick a hero just because you want to abuse Quelling Blade. You know, and if like they say okay, you can't use this Quelling Blade, you should probably just still play it. I think that's the mannered way to go with things. But I mean, I understand from Navi's perspective as well. Like they didn't know that you can't get this, so maybe there was some problem in their drafts or whatever. Like they wouldn't pick this guy just because of that. So
Just to clear up what happened for everyone else, yesterday in Navi versus Liquid, I think it was, in D2L, Navi picked Phantom Lancer, and then they were told that Quelling Blade was banned because it was just recently found out that it wasn't working properly on illusions. And then they wanted a full repick, and the admins gave it to them, obviously against TL's wishes. But they didn't really make a big deal about it either, and it kind of went smoothly after that. What would you have done if you were the admin of that tournament?
oh, I would definitely not have allowed a remake.
Would you have still banned Quelling Blade?
Um, Probably not either. I don't think I'd ban like an item like this game is in beta and you're playing this game because of you know like actually Quelling Blade was like this for a few months now on working on illusions even before the international and everything. Naga Siren was able to use illusions with Quelling Blade just the way it is right now with 32%. All the 32% damage like working on the illusions and stuff. So I don't see like a reason to ban it now.
But it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of always been an unwritten rule that any sort of bug abuse is against the rules, and it has been identified as a bug.
Okay, well if that's the case, then okay, sure you can ban Quelling Blade or whatever, but I still don't think like having a remake just because of this
Yeah.
and just because the team said, oh, I didn't know, and you had to remake, like I don't think that's the right thing to do. In China, they would never allow this. Like in China, for every pause, you must have like a perfect reason for your pause, or you know, Like you can't just pause a game because you want to go use the bathroom before a game starts or after the draft or something like this. If it was any tournament, you know, there needs to be some legitimate reason how like okay maybe you have like 1,000 ping or something and need to restart your Dota or your internet or whatever is that something like that.
So
It's
what
very
do they do?
serious there.
What do they do when you pause in G League?
Well, they ask you like for exactly why. Like if it's like okay, I have to go pee or whatever, that's not gonna flow with them. You're not gonna pause the game because you gotta go
Not
pee.
gonna flow with you either.
So you better pee beforehand.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like I've seen so many like streams or some replay games where the game's paused because someone has to go open the door or
Yeah.
Right.
pee
Right.
or whatever. You're a professional team. You're here to play Dota. You're not like,
But
it's a big tournament.
are they paying enough attention where you couldn't actually pause it and say your ping just skyrocketed when you're really using it for strategic reasons, or any
Well,
other kind of reason they deem illegitimate?
I think like in China, like everyone has, I mean, all the teams they actually live together.
They're
Like
respectful to each other. No.
exactly, they're not gonna pull some bullshit like that and do something. They're very professional and stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard like you're talking about the bathrooms. Like how like I heard the Chinese bathrooms are like wait they don't have urinals, do they?
They have urinals. It depends where you are. Like if it's some really public place where there's like, thousands of people that can come and go, they got like those holes in the ground or whatever you call them.
What?
Yeah, in like the bathrooms, so it's weird. But like in other places, like in restaurants and stuff like we go to, there are obviously urinals and toilets and whatever.
That's good.
That is good.
That is.
All right, a couple questions from viewers that we can touch on here. Do you guys go out for normal activities often, like groceries or getting a haircut? Have you done that kind of stuff while you've been in China?
Well, we don't have to go out for groceries because we got like other people doing that and cooking food for us. But we do go to the gym sometimes. We got our membership, so that. And what was the other thing?
Like haircuts or just any other any other errands that you would normally do here?
Yeah, we can do anything we want. Like we have our team leader Nicholas. He knows English and he takes us if we need to do something. He'll take us and he'll translate or whatever it is that we need, and we'll do everything. We've gotten haircuts there before and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is there like how is the actual like real Chinese food compared to like Panda Express?
I don't think
The Panda Express. You could add a better example.
Well, what
Panda
else?
Express is not real Chinese food, Grant.
Well,
That's not.
they have orange chicken in China, right?
No, there's no orange chicken in China.
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't.
So is it better or worse?
I don't know. I think like Western food, it's really heavy and it's really like it's like a lot of food. When I went to China and I was eating, it's like smaller portions. Like I don't know. It's hard to say. Like you just don't. You're just not like full after you eat. Whatever, but eventually,
But you're satisfied.
Like, you'll get used to it. Yeah, you're satisfied,
Right.
but you'll get used to it, and like the Western food, like I said, it's really heavy and greasy and stuff compared to like Chinese food, where it's much more healthier and I don't know. I think I got used to the Chinese food there.
And how's
But
the
like
how's the water over there?
the water,
Yeah, is the water fine to drink?
I think there's no difference. Like we don't drink like tap water or anything. We get like those barrel water.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Couple Dota questions from the fans. Obviously, you play a ton of Shadow Demon and Rubik. Do you have any favorite heroes that don't necessarily fit your role?
Favorite heroes, like
Yeah, like
heroes I like to play.
Yeah, if you're going into matchmaking, with your
Mhm.
buddies, what hero are you
Yeah.
gonna play?
Oh, that's a good one. I like to play Storm a lot. Storm is really fun to play. I like to pick some support off, halfway across from the map because I know how that feels
Yeah.
sometimes. But I like to play. Oh, recently I started playing a lot of Lina because I got one of the Lina sets and then I got the cap for it,
Oh
and
man.
it's so cool. So
Did you get
I
it for
started playing a
free
lot of. Yeah,
from your fans? I saw you posted on Twitter.
yeah. Someone got. What did I post on my Twitter?
You just said like I want a Lena set or something. I don't know, and then you
No, I
got it. I
did
guess.
not post that on Twitter. But there was some game. I went into a game and this guy was like, "Okay, if we can win this within 45 minutes, I'll buy you a Lina set." So he bought me a Lina set. I
Wow.
was really happy with that.
Have you had a lot of
And
other item offers from fans?
yeah, sometimes some guy gave me a few items, and
Lucky you.
just yeah, lucky me. I love
Running
items.
around with every hero pimped out to the max.
I wish I could have every hero pimped out.
Yeah, like Shadow Demon with the top hat or something. That'd be cool.
I mean, I really like what Valve has been doing with the items and stuff. Like in China, actually, we can't go into the Steam store because it's not allowed. Like it just
Oh
doesn't
really?
work. Yeah, you can't see what items are available or you can't see anything. So as soon as I got home and I checked the Steam store and I saw all these like what do you call it, sets and stuff like this, and now it blew my mind. It was so cool.
They
So,
you don't think any of them are too intrusive? Like some of the heroes look pretty different when they're wearing full outfits.
Some heroes do.
the sniper and the Meepo look like ridiculous
I haven't seen the Meepo.
with the top hat and the monocle. That's
No.
right.
The sniper looks really funny. Actually, the Lena set, when you go invis or you smoke yourself or something, you don't see the animation of yourself going
Hmm.
invis or smoking. So sometimes I'll be like on top of a hero, and then my teammates start like pinging me. It's like, what are you doing there? Or blah blah blah. But I'm actually invisible on top of them, so they don't know. It's like some bugs or something like that. But yeah, those things should be fixed. And other heroes, Storm. I like to play Pudge, but I'm really really bad with the hero.
Yeah, he is.
Might be might be my worst hero, but I still like to play Pudge. And Kunkka is really fun to play too sometimes in pubs. You can get really fat and start like one-shotting, opponent team and stuff like that.
Kunkka is gonna make his way back into the competitive play.
Oh yeah, for
You can
sure.
quote me on that.
Even though he just got nerfed.
I don't think Kunkka ever left competitive play. Like there was always some team who always like picked Kunkka with like Shadow Demon or something, and then with Kunkka Shadow Demon, you always have a chance to like win a game just because of the spells that these both of these guys can provide together.
I mean, it's such an amazing setup, and the
Yeah.
combo works so early that you can run
Mhm.
around killing so many heroes.
Yeah, there's also the late game potential with Shadow Demon and Kunkka where you can soul catch your creeps, and Kunkka can Shadow Blade it, and then bam, you can wipe a whole entire team with it.
That requires
thought
some
of that?
pretty precise coordination.
Yeah,
So
it's
that the kind
it's
of thing
not
you
so
guys
difficult.
practice all day over there?
Sometimes we practice a lot of different things, to see what works and what we could use in some real games or whatever, or what we can improve other strategies with. So
Yeah. Do you not like how people are kind of mean and say you guys are only a one-trick pony? And once people figure out how you only use Luna, like you guys will stink.
I wasn't aware that people thought
Oh,
that we were some
I
one
don't
trick
think I
pony.
don't think people think that.
Yeah. I think in China, a lot of teams know that we play many, many, many heroes, and in the beginning, even the other LGD team told us that we play way too many heroes, and that we should like cut down a bit and use some specific heroes and try to work on that. But yeah, like we actually have many strategies that we can use, but we just never had the chance to we were never forced to use something else. You know, we just pick what we want, and then if we can get it, then we'll take it. If not, then we'll use something else. There are many good strategies available, and with the amount of time you have in China, you can, you know.
Yeah. So do you scrim a lot of teams besides LGD China?
Oh, of course. LGD China is like the team that we play when we really don't have anybody else to play
Okay.
because they're always available for us to play with. Actually, what happens in China is all the clubs they basically like work together where uh, they have like set times where all the teams should play, and that's from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the teams are available to play at this time, and the day before you can just schedule at what time you want to play which team, and then like for example at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock we'll play IG until like 5 or whatever, and then we'll play like DK from there to like 7, and then we'll play LGD afterwards, or you know.
And
we just,
is that more than just the LGD teams and IG and DK and Tongfu? Are there other teams that we might not have heard of?
Well, there's VG, there's For Love, we play those guys too. There's
Yeah.
MEFC, we played sometimes. There was Orange, we played 2 or 3 games with. There's N9, we played
Okay.
some games with. We played with them when the teams went to WCG and the Chinese teams weren't available to play. There's who else is there? There's ZS and J's team that we maybe like a month and a half ago, I think, or 2 months ago, we played them like 2 or 3 games, and that was it. We never really heard from them after that.
So is there like not really like any like amateur teams over there? Like I'm not saying like you know what I mean. Like is it mostly only professional teams you play against?
Well, I think all the Chinese teams that we do play against are like professional teams because they all live together.
Yeah.
If like it's a team that we played against, I don't think there are many teams who are like online Chinese teams or something like this. But like I could be wrong. There could be many teams, just we don't know about them. We like I think there's always some team that we could play. So
Mm-hmm.
there's no need for us to go out of our way to find some unknown team that plays online or something like this.
Right. Because in the Western scene, certainly there are a lot of teams who might not be in any of the current tournaments, but they're able to perform at a high enough level where scrims against them are worthwhile for the big teams. And so people outside of the scrim scene might not know about them, but those are usually the next teams that come up. So you don't really have an idea of, if there was a next big Chinese team, you don't really know who that would be, right?
Probably not. I mean, I actually maybe we will because like to be like a next top team or whatever, you need to have like known players and players who have experience and stuff. It's really hard to just get some players and go,
Right.
make a team. And on top of that, in China, I think if you want to have a team, you need a sponsor, like a club that's gonna house you and get your team together and all that stuff. Because you need a lot of time and a lot of practice to be able to compete with all the other Chinese teams.
Yeah.
It's really hard to just get like some online team and get to the top, I think, in China at least.
Grant,
do you have any more questions along there, or do you want to look at some pictures?
Well, let's look at some pictures.
All right.
Like they're gonna be so
All right.
cute.
Theeban brought back some pictures from China. I haven't really even looked through them. I don't know what any of them are. So maybe you can turn on the stream and look and explain them to me. This one looks like a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, that was the Christmas tree outside of G League. It was the only Christmas tree we saw there. The Chinese actually don't celebrate Christmas, so it was hard to. I don't know. It was weird because my teammates, we all like back home we would celebrate Christmas or whatever, and it was really weird going a year without Christmas or something like that.
Oh. Did you get any presents like shipped overseas or anything? Probably not.
Pycat and Brax, I think, got something from their parents.
Oh.
Brax got some chocolates or something, some lollipop chocolate things. We all tried them. was pretty good.
All right, next we got what looks like a some sort of a club scene.
Yeah, that was the club that we went to during New Year's. We met some people there. They were pretty cool. Actually, in clubs in China, you can meet a lot of foreign people, and they're all like, really cool because they know how you feel, and you guys are basically all in the same boat here. And actually, there are a lot of people like foreigners in clubs. Probably like more foreigners than like some Chinese people, I think sometimes.
Oh,
And yeah,
I
so
mean,
we all went.
I suppose clubs are pretty touristy in general.
Hmm. And we all went with like actually we all went there like the entire team. I think that was the first time the entire team went to the club together. So we had some good time that
Mm-hmm.
night.
Oh, this is a cute one of Brax. Still at the same club, I presume.
And was
Oh,
he
you...
intoxicated there?
um, uh, I'm not gonna answer that.
Not gonna comment on that one. All right.
He just
No, that's but that's Brax, all right.
Well, it's good to know that you guys are getting out at least.
yeah. Well, wait.
Yeah,
What was about the hair? I mean, the little head thingy. What was that like? Did you tell him
the
to wear it?
yeah, I just put it on Brax. No, some guy who just came by him put it on Brax actually, and then I just took a picture of it. I hope Brax, wouldn't mind that we showed that picture.
I
Oh,
don't.
you put it.
I don't think he'll mind. Yeah, I put it back up. All right.
I warned him. I warned him.
What's this next one here?
That's the picture outside of our balcony. That's like an idea of where we live. Like, there's this big court thing outside our balcony, and then those are the other buildings and stuff. I just wanted to show what it looks like.
I mean, that is cool. I think a lot of people were wondering what the exact living situation was there, but
Um,
because some of the it's not like a big team house, right? It's more of a apartment situation, I guess.
it is a house actually. Like there's, like I think I've said this before. There's 3 floors, and on the first floor we have all the computers and stuff with both of the teams. I think
Right.
there are some pictures online as well of what it looks like, and both yeah. So we play there, and then the dining room is there as well. On the second floor there are some rooms, and that's where we sleep, the LGD.int team, and then there's the third floor, and then there are rooms there as well.
Wait. So have you seen DK's house? Like that? Didn't they have that mansion? Had you seen it?
I don't. I haven't seen the house, so I wouldn't know.
I think those are the ones that were floating around for a while that looked really impressive, right? I think so.
Yeah, the DK ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
All right. Got another viewer question I want to throw out here to you. If you weren't
Sure.
playing Dota professionally, what would you be doing instead?
If I wasn't playing Dota professionally, I would. I don't know. Actually, maybe I'll be in school. Maybe I'll be doing something else. Maybe working. I actually have no idea. That's really weird. It's really hard to
That's
say. I mean, like,
it's not weird. It means you're dedicated to this path.
yeah, like Dota has been my passion for a really long time, and it, I feel like I could be doing this for a while. And when it's over, I suppose I'll have to start. You know, maybe I
Yeah.
could stay somewhere along this field, or I'll go back to school or something like this. So.
Oh yeah. So where does your why did you change your name from X9 Naruto to 1437? Or where does 37 just come from?
Well, 1437 was some name that okay, so so this girlfriend I was with, right? In
Oh,
her
this is gonna be
phone,
good.
she had my name as 1437 because we were trying to keep the relationship on the down low. So, and like, they're like other stupid people, you don't want them seeing whatever. So, And when I asked her what it meant, she told me that 1437 means "I love you forever,"
Oh,
which is for each number, one for I, four for love, three for you, and then seven for forever. It's how many numbers are, I mean, how many numbers are in the letter? I mean, how many letters are in the whatever.
yeah, we
So
get it.
yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so when I was making a new account for when I got Warcraft 3 again, I just used that because I couldn't figure out what I wanted. And I saw a bunch of Chinese professionals using numbers as their names. So I was like, all right, whatever, let's go with this. And I guess it just stuck because I just kept on playing and yeah.
That that's
Yeah, I get.
not fair. I look down on people who change their names because no one knows who anyone is once you change, right? I've been stuck with Spit-wad forever. What was that?
I'm sorry, I hit my drinking glass to my ramen bowl.
Oh
Yeah, but
man.
so I guess you didn't stick with that girl forever, though.
Nope. Actually, yeah, yeah, no. um,
And that's the end of that.
and why did you say you look down on people who change their names?
Yeah, I mean,
What
I
was
don't
that?
particularly like Spitwad as a name anymore. You know, I don't mind being called Spit, but I made this name when I was like 13, so you gotta
Well,
man up and stick with it. I can't change now.
well, I didn't really change my name when you're like not known or something, you know. It's like if I was to change my name now, then it might be a little bit hard to do that. But I don't know. I like 1437. I've been using it for like 4 years or something now, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
All right, one last viewer question here, and then we'll get out of here. When you guys were playing in G League, did you stay at a hotel in Shanghai for the whole thing, or were you commuting back and forth?
No, we stayed at a hotel in Shanghai during the event. When the second group was to be played, we actually
Hmm.
went back home because we wanted to play some games from home.
Okay.
Because the only place you can like yeah, so we just went back home to play some pubs and stuff like that. We didn't really practice any games because there weren't really any teams to play because you know they were either in Shanghai or they were they were playing tournaments or whatever. So we just went back, played pubs for like 2 3 days, and then went back to Shanghai to play. So yeah, our
Okay.
house is in Hangzhou.
And when you were in Shanghai, did you have anywhere where you could practice, or for those days were you
Uh,
just
yeah, there was some internet cafe, but apparently like the devices there are really bad, and the internet like the connection from like for
yeah?
Dota was really bad. So yeah, and it's I think it's a bit harder for foreigners to try and get some like ID or whatever to go. You need like some kind of Chinese ID or you need like your passport or something. So it's a bit difficult to try and play at those internet cafes. So we just went back.
And actually, during the actual event in G League, we saw a lot of players disconnecting at the start of games,
Yeah.
and some people said you guys the teams were actually on different internet connections. Is that correct?
No, no, no. We were all on the same internet connection. What happened was I think there was some patch with that a patch that came out before the event, and during that patch, the C server was like really glitchy or whatever it was. It was
Okay,
really really laggy. Normally we would have constant 60 ping
right.
on C server, and there would never be any problem, you know. But during just after that patch, it started getting really bad, and that's when they told us that the Shanghai server was better now, and you should use the Shanghai server. So the next day we used that and it was fine. But what about the internet connection? We use some program, some VPN program,
Hmm.
which I don't know what it really does, but I think it just stabilizes your connection better to Dota 2 or what something like that. So we were using that.
And do you always
Uh,
use a VPN, even when you're
yeah,
at
when
home
we're
playing too?
yeah when we're at home we use it all the time.
Okay.
If there's some problem while we're using VPN, then we just play without using it. I don't know, some Chinese logic. It's like whatever you have problem with, use the other one.
Hmm. Could you feel a lot of frustration from the G League admins that they had to deal with these kind of things? Because, I mean, I'm sure they would prefer to run on LAN, but Dota 2 requires
Oh
you
yeah, for
to
sure.
be
I mean,
connected to the internet.
they probably probably feel a lot of frustration. I mean, they have this on going on national TV as well,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So like they don't want any like stuff like this, no hiccups. They just want everything to run smoothly. So they were probably definitely frustrated. I mean, even including the players would be frustrated too in this scenario if you had to keep on pausing or whatever. But actually, we got used to it. When we first went to China, there were many problems where we would like disconnect or we would be missing animations and we would be, lagging really bad or something like this. And like the first few weeks were terrible for us because we're not used to it. Here
Hmm.
back home, we could just play Dota properly and we would never DC or anything like that. But eventually, we got used to it. So that's
Well,
that.
I mean, that's good. Do you think that, despite any frustration like that, do you think that the organizers are happy with how the event is going so far, and that they're going to continue, supporting and investing in Dota?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Dota 2 is so big. Like they've switched from Dota 1 to Dota 2, and I don't think they're gonna go back on that because all the teams in China are gonna be playing for Dota 2, the international and whatever. So
So it's worth the extra
gonna keep
hassle.
up that. Oh yeah, I think soon it will be fixed when they get that Chinese client out. I think they said right there
Yeah.
will be a Chinese client that will be supporting Dota 2. So
We'll have to wait and see. And
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many problems that'll solve and how many will still be left over, but a little more support over there can't hurt.
And I think by the time there will be another big LAN event, hopefully Valve will fix the LAN feature or whatever. I think they're doing a decent job at like getting to those things that pro tournaments really need
Hmm.
badly. So we'll see what happens.
Grant, do you have any final questions for
No,
1437?
just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're an inspiration to all us American people.
We actually had a poll on NEODota for team fandom. Everyone voted they ranked their favorite teams, and LGD International came out number one, barely ahead of Team Liquid. How does that make you feel?
Wow, really? That's that's awesome. I mean, like Team Liquid have all American and North
Yep.
American players, so
Yep.
I would think they are the fan favorites from
Yeah,
NEODota.
but
It
we
was,
got
yeah.
you and Brax, and they just have like IX Mike, So I think that's probably what
Oh,
it was. Yeah,
it must be Brax. Must be
yeah.
Brax.
All right. Well, we'll get out of here. Do you want to give any shout outs before we leave?
Well, shout outs to my fans and whoever's watching, of course, and our sponsors, LGD, Taobao, and Razer, for making everything happen. And I don't know.
All right. Grant, you don't get any shout outs. I'm just
To
kidding. You
myself,
can have one if you want one.
shout out to facebook.com/ultrazin. That's me. I'd like you guys to add me and just talk to me, have fun, all that.
All right. We will be back with another episode at some point if we can. The Chinese internet was not great, and so we're taking advantage of this time while Theeban is in North America, where we can actually see his webcam.
Yeah.
So you can follow us at NEODota 2 on Twitter, and we'll post any updates about future episodes there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.